That still does not. That still never gets old.
No,
That
it never
opening.
does.
Nope.
It's kind of fun.
Oh, thank you. Um, Sitting here, coffee and tea. And, um,
Yeah, very good.
happy Groundhog Day, people. I understand that he saw his shadow, so we're stuck with another 6 weeks
Mm,
of winter. Boo hoo. And I feel sorry for those who have had to deal with all that winter stuff.
I think he's an imposter though, because didn't I read a story that he passed away like the day before
That
Groundhog?
was the New Jersey one.
The new oh no, the New Jersey one. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. That was the New Jersey one. This Puxatawny Phil is the supposed weather
The
prognosticator.
weather
Yeah,
guy.
right. Yeah. I'm gonna sick my ferrets and my dog on him. Let them take him out. Take a contract on him.
Right. Yeah, I
Huh.
kind of put that out on Twitter, and people were remarking on that too. I was like, "Sheesh, everybody's mad at the groundhog. Poor groundhog."
Yeah, poor groundhog. Ah, Puxatawny
Puxatawny.
Puxatawny Phil is on here.
He's on
Really?
the case.
Really, buddy? All right. Um, as everybody probably already knows, I'm Raymond Feliciano. I am the author of the Dolphin Wars book series, and my alter ego is King Dolphin himself. Welcome to another episode of King Dolphin TV. I am so glad to have Maria, the owner of the channel Maria with T and Telly. I am
Yeah.
looking forward to this. This is going to be a good time.
Yes.
And before we get started, I will welcome all our wonderful chatters who are here. Um, as always, we have the amazing Legatus Legion I. He comes on the second I put up the streams. He's checking everything out, checking everything twice, sweeping up the rooms, making his initial comments, and he locks up the place after we're done. He's a good guy. Hail Legatus Legionii.
They got us.
Vet for Hire made a drive-by. He
Yes,
has
he
to work.
did.
He had to work, but he says he's going to catch it on the flip side. Thank you for coming, Fet, and thank you again
Thank
for everything you do for me, everything you do for the community.
you.
We
Yes.
love this logo. This logo is amazing, as usual.
Yes.
Uh, we have the wonderful, the wise, the good bear, Snorta Poopas, Cuba. Hey, Snort. How you doing, buddy? We have the lovely Sherry. Thank you for coming.
Sweet, lovely Sherry.
Thank you for coming. We're
Love you,
we're
little
glad
cutie
you're
petite.
here. You have to come on sometime.
Yes.
Uh, do I really have to say hello to this guy? Do I really have to
Uh-oh.
say hello, Punxsutawney Phil? Thank you very much. We, we will remember you, and not in a good way.
Mm.
Um, we have Tracy Asteria. Hello. It was a pleasure talking to you a few days back, and welcome. Glad you are here. And of course, the amazing, the wonderful. I can't say enough about her. My producer and my wrench, Sandra. How you doing, dear? And love you. Hello. And thanks for everything you do, keeping me sane, etc. And everybody, we if anybody comes in, we'll make sure we acknowledge them as they come in. And so the format of it, as usual, for interviews, this is going to be the chats. The chatters are going to have questions after the interview. So please, if you can, hold your questions till after. You know how StreamYards is if you put them in too soon, they disappear, and I have a hard time trying to catch them. And she'll be open to questions for the next couple hours. So please, it's looking, please give her a good, healthy King Dolphin TV welcome to Maria.
Thank you so much. Such an
Yay!
honor. Love to
Dolphin
be here.
chitters.
Yes.
Dolphin chitters.
Dolphin cheers.
Oh gosh. There he goes. Snorta poopus. How much would I have to pay to see Sandra bounce a Nerf ball off of my head? Thanks, Snort. I think she would do it for free.
I was gonna say I don't know if she probably wouldn't charge that.
No, she would not charge it. She'd toss
No.
something at me. So, before we, uh, as we get started, if you have not already done so, uh, there's her answer. Thanks, hon. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and like to both King Dolphin Television and Maria with T and Telly. Sandra's going to periodically put all the links out in the chat. So, without further ado, let us begin.
Right.
So, Maria,
Yeah.
tell us about yourself.
Oh my God, where do I start? Well, do you mean channel wise or
Well,
what I do?
what before the Maria before the channel?
Before the channel. Marie before the channel. I tell you what, for those who don't know and haven't heard, started out in radio first. I did some TV anchor work, and I did some radio, and really liked it. It was a lot of fun. A little harder because any dead air I would go crazy for because you're wondering what's going on their end. Are they still there? But it was a lot of fun. I interviewed some really amazing people, and then I left it for a while, and because I have a background in criminal justice, so I went on to my career, and I did investigations, and I did work with the cities and county, and then I really missed doing entertainment work because it's kind of more my personality. So I decided to start the YouTube channel. And funny thing, I had it all ready to go. So the name, T and Telly, and I set everything up. And then it just sat there. I just sat there and stared at it. I'm like, okay, got the name, got the channel. Where do I go from here? You know how we are. We try to find ourselves.
Yeah. And that was like me at the very beginning because I knew I wanted to do something, and I had the name. I mean, the name came with the brand.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, okay,
right. You're like,
yeah, I've got it. What do I do?
What do I do? Where do I start? I had so much, and I know that some people, mainly one person, one of my producers, he says, God, you were everywhere, Maz. We were everywhere. I can't even keep up with you. I can't, because what are you going to do? And I tried to explain to him that the concept of my channel was, it has one main purpose, one main goal, even though it may seem and it looks like it's everywhere. It's really not. But I'm having fun with it. But it wasn't until someone approached me and said, well, what is your channel about? And I think I had 5 subscribers at the time. Really wasn't anywhere. So I'm not sure. Maybe he felt sorry for me. And I said, well, I'm just starting out, and I'm referring to PJ, by the way.
Oh yeah. Hail PJ.
Yeah, PJ. And I responded to him and I told him, well, I'm starting out. This is what my concept is, but I really don't know where to start. And I always through this time, I've always given him credit for helping me get that push, because being in radio, I was always just a voice.
Hmm.
And then to become in front of the camera as a face, I'm just like, oh, I don't want that, because I don't have a face for camera. So it kind of made me a little nervous. But he said, come beyond the Orville. You watch Orville. And I'm like, oh, who doesn't?
Well,
And
we
so,
just recently started it.
did you?
Yeah,
It's
we just
good.
recently, and we love it. We just
Yes.
try. We're trying to find the time to
Squeeze it in.
squeeze it in there.
Well, and then once you start it, you just can't stop,
Hmm.
because you want that laugh, that good feeling that you get from it, as you know
Hmm.
something good's coming. And
Exactly.
so I was like, yeah, I've seen every episode to as far as it was during that time. He
Hmm.
said, well, then just, come and do that review thing. And I was like, okay. So I kind of look back at that very first time I went live, and I laugh at myself, because I'm just sitting there just like, I didn't know what to say, what to do. But he kept encouraging me. I said, I'm
Hmm.
so sorry. I have, I'm just a little nervous. And so he kept asking me to come on the show, until at some point he just made me like part of the team as a
Hmm.
regular. And that, I think, is where I started getting more comfortable in front of the camera, and being more comfortable about talking with people. And then I started taking off, doing more content, and
Hmm.
just went from there. And I don't know if you probably know, PJ is my agent, so
Oh.
he does. That's why you see him promoting me a
Oh.
lot,
Okay.
because
I.
he is my agent, and
Oh. Okay.
so he gets
So
me out
you've
there
had the connection with them a long, long time.
for a while. Yeah, he is. Anybody who knows PJ knows that he is very good at inspiring, and bringing out people's talent,
Hmm.
and um, encouraging them. There's a few people out there with channels that'll say thank you, or will say thank you, PJ, for getting me going, encouraging me. And so
Hmm.
you can't say no to PJ. Everybody
No.
says that. People are like, you don't say no to PJ.
No. No. No.
So
I like
he is a
PJ.
good one.
I can't wait till he comes on. But I know he's a very busy person,
Well,
and
yeah, he is. And he
so
said he was going to be coming back to stream more. Obviously, that countdown for the Orville is about 34 days away. So,
yep.
he's going to be here for that.
Hmm. Exactly.
But yeah, even I have a hard time. I'm sending smoke signals. Help! I need your help. But yeah, he's a good guy. He is. We become, good friends,
Mhm.
and we developed quite the team.
Yeah.
Um, so,
So, well, that's pretty much answers my next question. Why did you do the channel? But um,
the
so so what is the channel about?
concept.
Yes.
Well, the concept is, I am one of those channels that people come to kind of relax, have fun, enjoy. There's a lot of channels out there that get into all these major discussions that are absolutely important and valid, but I'm the kind of channel you come to, your comedy relief, your fun relief, but at the same time it's informative. I also like to help and promote other people, other talents,
Hmm.
which is why I have actors, producers, authors, people that are just starting their channel out. If
Hmm.
I see them, then I do the PJ thing. And as we're working as a team, we help people grow, which obviously, our motto, we grow together.
Yes.
So I see somebody with a new channel, and if I do see that I know that it's going to go somewhere, I will ask them to come onto the show, and then I like to provide information that's informative, like about computers or maybe games that people haven't tried, or books or things like that. So it's all informative and all supportive in a nutshell. But there's going to be a variety of things, for the computer geeks, for the book geeks, and for the movie
Mhm.
geeks, and things like that. But I also like to make it a little bit different. So some of my guests have been rather exciting, and I love that. And so it's a little bit of everything. But the name Tea and Telly came from, well, of course, because tea's my favorite thing to drink. But when you want to sit down and relax or enjoy yourself, everybody always grabs a comfort drink, and for me,
Mhm.
tea is a comfort drink.
Yeah.
And Telly, obviously, you sit and watch TV and you get
Mhm.
relaxed and stuff. And
Yeah.
to me, YouTube is just another TV channel.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. Welcome to Pudgy Hedgehog.
Pudgy
He's nibbling a cookie, and as he listens to the pretty lady on the screen with the spiffy hat.
Hedgehog. Thank you. My producer says, "You look like Ethel Merman." I was
Yeah,
like, wow, thanks.
that's a nice hat.
Thank
Maybe
you.
I should do that. The only thing is I got cowboy hats.
Do you? Well, I wear my cowboy hat. Miss
Yeah,
Sherry, you're right. Tea is
yeah.
live.
Tea is life.
As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I'm starting a new segment on
Hmm.
Tuesdays. And I think the first one's going to be live, and then every other one's going to be where I'll just release it. But my very first one live, I'm doing because I'm going to have the tea mistress on, and she creates her own teas. Like, she
Ooh.
puts them together, and she has this whole concept for them, and all kinds of varieties of teas. And I love teas for its healing properties and its
Mhm.
relaxing properties, and
Oh yeah.
everything, and tea of all kinds. So I am quite the tea person.
Yes. I love turmeric tea.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Uh,
didn't know about that at first, and I was like, that sounds kind of bizarre. But I had it, and it's just really good.
yeah. Well, my doctor wanted, because of my back, my doctor wanted me to start taking, uh, excuse me, take turmeric. So I've been
Hmm.
taking it in pill form, but I figured, why not do it in tea form?
Right,
Yeah.
and
So
it's great for, that's good for lots of other things too. But yes, anti-inflammatory, I believe, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and the taste is really, really good.
Yeah, and I love Chinese teas and Indian teas, and I'm just big tea hound. So yeah, I'm excited to start that. But
Yes.
so on Tuesdays I'll be in my kimono,
Ooh.
relaxed,
Ah,
drinking tea, talking
nice.
about things.
Nice. That does sound like fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Um,
great.
so
And thank you, Pudgy Hedgehog, for the lovely compliment. By the way.
yeah, I figured he should try the tea form. And Pudgy says, "Oh, we're soothing voices, so
Yeah.
we're gonna knock out a we're gonna knock out the hedgehog."
He's gonna find the keyboard engraved in his forehead is possible,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Um, so so it, who have you supported um, as a channel?
Mm.
I imagine it's probably a lot of people, and I'd like to thank you for the time you let me um, the on the channel. What was it
Oh,
with?
you're welcome. Yeah.
It was with
Um,
Bobby. Bobby.
yes, Bobby Gamonster. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was quite popular, and you came at a good time too, because I think people still going on, and I think I've even had people ask if he was going to come back. But yes, having you there has been great, and I think we streamed together another time with PJ. With PJ
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
goodness
It's been fun
gracious.
coming with you.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. That was quite a fun, interesting night because although when I have guests, I have family members like, how do you know all these people about these people before you bring them on? I'm like, I don't know what's going. It's the I do know what they're about and
Hmm.
what they kind of do, but we're all learning together. So
Oh yeah.
Bobby the Monster was a very good. Even I was sitting there going, "You dress like this all the time." So no, it was great. Support.
Yeah.
I actually support. Oh my gosh, on my channel, I started putting the channels down below of those that I like to support. Now, I do have membership to some channels,
Mhm.
and those are ones that I do often, like Latinos Land,
Mhm.
Doomcock, of course, Doomcock,
Hail
and
Doomcock.
yes, Hail Doomcock. And I just feel so bad. He's been asking me to come on for Wednesday, and I need to just do it. Um, and then I have another one I support, um, the monthly. Gosh, I do so many. I try to spread my money around because it's a lot.
Yeah.
But as far as those I support, I have. Oh my goodness. Um, of course, you have LDG, and you have. I'm trying to think of them all at the top of my head without going. A lot of the gaming channels. I know
Mhm.
people look at me and think, "You're a gamer." Yes, I'm a gamer.
Oh.
Because later on, when I'm done, I'll be like, to relax, I'll start playing Planet Side 2, and I'm
Oh.
sitting there going crazy, blowing up stuff. It's
I
relaxing.
I only play the games on my phone. I haven't. I got rid of my Xbox or my PS, my
Your
PlayStation,
PlayStation.
before we moved down here.
Yeah. I
So
don't know how you play on your phone. Oh my goodness. I actually am a desktop person.
okay.
I build computers. So
Oh, okay.
the spiffy computer I have here has an amazing graphics card.
Nice.
It's got a lot of good stuff. It's got a lot of power.
Hmm.
So I like desktop gaming better than I do PlayStations and
Mm.
Xboxes. I
Yeah.
had them. They're in storage somewhere. I probably have old games somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I support gaming channels. A lot of authors. I support a lot of authors. And I don't know. The reason I have a hard time narrowing down is because I really support everybody I can. People will see me in other people's streams often, and I will be there because I love to support them. And I don't do it because I'm expecting anything in return. It's
Mhm.
because I know how hard it is to have content, to stream, to do anything, and to get those subscribers. And
Yeah.
I mean, you remember your first 100. I remember my first 100. I was like,
Hmm.
gosh, I thought I'd never get here.
Yeah. That's it.
So, mhm.
I was
And
surprised. I was surprised that I got so quickly.
yeah,
My first 100.
yeah,
And thank you all for that.
yes.
Thank you
You
all.
you were going to be in another Doomcock, right?
I wish.
With all
Uh,
these subscribers. Yeah, it is difficult. I mean,
yeah.
I've been really kind of technically doing my channel for probably about 6 months, maybe 7 months.
Hmm.
So I'm pushing towards those 500. But for me, they're not they're not numbers, and I'm not just saying that. Every person that I get on there, it makes me feel good that they're watching and liking the
Hmm.
content that you have. And to me, they're people that you appreciate for being there. Anybody that shows up in my stream, I'm just like,
Oh yeah,
my gosh, hey, because it's
I
nice
agree.
that they're there.
Yeah, I
It,
agree. I agree totally, and I think the big thing is, and I know a lot of people do this, Doomcock, clobbering times. I'm sure you do it. When the people come in, I think it makes them feel good when you say
acknowledging.
hello. and goodbye, and make them feel like great people. And you guys are. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate every
Mm-hmm.
one of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had somebody once tell me, stop paying so much attention to the chat. I'm like, are you crazy? You cannot ignore the people that are there for you. So I make it a point to, and I feel so bad if I go back to do short video from it and I rewatch it and I see I miss somebody's comment. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I feel so bad because you don't mean to, because you do appreciate everybody who's there. And so, yeah, it is lots of fun. And I think that's what I love most about doing my show, is interacting with the community and the people that are there in your chat.
Mhm. Legatus Legionite says, should we get into a chorus line and bow at the King Dolphin in unison while doing the can? That I would like to see, LL. That I
That'd
would
be
like to
funny.
see. And another person has come in. Basil, the pumpkin seagull, has arrived.
Basil.
Yeah, it it's no, and I agree with you. The just you make the chat feel important, engage
Mm-hmm,
them,
mm-hmm,
uh, and engage them.
mm-hmm.
Let them feel a part of the fun.
Absolutely.
And
I understand those that have like, some of those that have like thousands in their stream. You can't do it. But they
and
try, but it's still good. And I
yeah,
hope to learn from Doomcock, and the way
oh
he
yeah, and
acknowledges makes everybody feel special.
yes, and Doomcock does make everybody
Mhm.
feel special, even if it
Yes.
doesn't have, even
Mhm.
if they don't do a super chat.
Right,
He's making
even the
everybody
chat,
feel important.
yeah, even the dollar super chat makes you feel like you threw in, $500, so
Exactly. Exactly. Um, s- so what this you've pretty much told us this one, but I'll ask it again. What is important about yourself or something you want other people to know about you?
yeah, that one was a hard one. I just sit there and think about that one. Well, the important thing is that, and I think I've mentioned this before,
Mhm,
is that not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, because
mhm,
you'll miss out a lot, and it could be anything that you want to do. Um, and because you don't want to regret that for the rest of your life. The one thing I have regretted is that I was singing since I was 5, and I sang quite a bit, and I
mhm.
had many opportunities to go pro, and my fear stopped me, and I kept saying, "Oh gosh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready." Well, now I'm like, what if I had just done it instead of been so fearful of the unknown and what could happen and everything? So I kind of get heartbroken in the fact that I just probably threw away something that I really absolutely love doing, is singing. And so, um, with this, having tea and telly, I'm not going to let anything stop me,
Mhm.
and 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 I'm going to just um, continue to push the envelope and to not be fearful. Um, but it's the love that you get from everybody out there is
Oh
also
yeah.
encouraging, without them actually saying, "Hey, keep going." It's just them laughing at my stupid jokes or whatever, counting how many times I snort when I laugh. Those, it really helps you. But that is important to me. Um, and what was I going to answer with that as well? What they like to know about me. I did an interview with Matt the other day,
Mhm,
and I had told him I said, "This is really me. I don't put on a show
mhm.
or act like anybody else. What you see is
What you do?
Maria."
Mhm,
Huh? So, So whatever you see is knowing me, is who I
Mhm.
really am. Um, and so that person that you see rescuing cats and helping people and making people laugh and doing stupid things, even my cheesy tweets. And thank you for laughing at my cheesy tweets. It's who I am. It's who I really like to be. So,
Hail Andy Masterson and
Andy,
Rennie A, the fabulous new couple, Rennie and Tyron.
Ranny,
So, and hey, Andy Masterson, welcome.
good to see you, Andy, the talented Andy.
Mm-hmm. And we had him on. Um, we had him on a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and bribe him into
I'm sure he's not going to take a lot of bribing.
to be part of
So,
T and Telly.
yeah.
That
Uh,
and I think you had asked me, or I kind of mentioned it before. You
yeah.
were talking about
Who's part of Team Telly?
my team.
Yes, the
I
team.
have two people on my team, and three actually, kind of three, but mostly two. Um, and that, of course, is the lovely Tracy Asteria that you see in here.
Hello, Tracy.
And it's so funny. The other day, somebody had included her as part of the Tea and Tally like show, and I laughed and I said, I hope you don't mind. I hope that's okay. It's because she's always with me, but she is my rock. She is the rock star. Um, Reminds me of what I have to do win, but she is her technical term for my team is my PR manager,
Oh,
and she
yeah,
is very good at what she does,
yeah,
and
she
I
is. I could
couldn't
tell.
do. Yeah, she's very good and keeps me on my toes. And then, of course, PJ is my agent. And
PJ,
then I
yeah.
do have the person you probably seen on my shows sometimes, Joe. Joe, he always goes by Joe Cool, but he does a lot of my production stuff.
Okay,
But
nice.
that's all that's right now, because yeah,
Okay,
I'd say it's good.
yeah. Well, again, it's my Team Dolphin is me, Sandra, Snoopy, and the chat.
Nice in the chat.
The chat is definitely part of Team Dolphin.
Well, you
But
got a good team as well.
no, thank you, thank you. Uh, it, mine started out accidentally. I was testing StreamYards because I didn't
Yeah.
know anything about StreamYards. Next thing you know, I had 50 people on,
Really?
including clobbering times. I'm like,
Oh
what
my
the
gosh,
heck
clobbering
happened here?
times,
What
right?
happened here? And I'm like, and I knew that I had something. And
Right. I'm
so,
glad you do that. You have a busy schedule too. Keeping up with Doomcock's chat is you
yeah,
and Miss Sandra. Man, I don't know how you guys do it, but so you guys make a really good team.
yeah, yeah. And so does Rennie and Tyron. They're also wrenches there. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes,
we
actually,
keep,
Rennie.
we're busy.
Yes.
We're busy. And
Yeah.
yes, Legatus, Legion, I rated the practice stream, and I appreciated it. And I appreciated it. So what are you looking to do for 2022?
Well, actually, I'm excited to finally get the comic book of Vampira going.
Oh,
Hopefully, it will come out this year is our goal.
okay.
So, I I'm not going to cry if it doesn't, though, because it was moving so fast. I mean, considering that Vampira was basically my made-up character for the month of Halloween,
Mhm.
but it had a lot of good feedback and people liked it, so kept going with it until the interest came to have it into a comic book. So the storyline is being written now, and in the meantime, David Beatty is working on the cover, so we
Uh-huh.
can at least get that out, and then hopefully get everything out by later on this year.
Good.
Um, yeah, and I'm excited about it because, well, as you know, David Beatty, was DC comic Marvel,
Uh-huh.
and it's such an honor to have him doing this.
Wow.
So yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I have still a ton of wonderful guests lined up
Okay.
to
I
to
hope I'm a,
gauge.
I hope I'm one.
You'll be there. Sometimes I get people that message me and ask me what movie star, what actor, what producer, somebody I'm going to have on because they want to come on during that time. And it's actually kind of fun because I like um, someone in my, as a co-host that day
Mhm.
to help, make the guests feel welcome, and so it's kind of fun. But yeah, I'm sure you'll be there again.
Okay.
Yeah,
I look
absolutely.
forward to it.
Yeah,
We got to build our little community.
yeah, we sure have, and we have a heck of a community.
Yes.
I knew. I've always known this community is great, but it came into play, which I'm sure the most of you know, when when we lost Canadian Spider-Man that day, and to see how everybody came together
Uh-huh.
to make sure that he was okay,
Yeah.
and waited hours and looked, and everybody just, oh my gosh, I just was sitting there saying, geez, if I was ever lost, I know y'all will come find me.
Definitely.
So it was
Definitely.
just a beautiful thing that we truly do care about each other in these
Yeah.
communities.
Definitely. And yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Oh, and someone's asking what happened to Canadian Spider-Man.
He, I, I wasn't there, so I
I
don't
was there
know.
for the whole thing. It was
I've only
amazing.
heard he kind of went, he kind of just faded out midstream.
He had been streaming in the freezing cold temperatures
Uh,
for about 3 hours already.
mhm.
And he had just a little bit to drink. He had a little bit to drink. And in the middle of his stream, he passed out. Here he did. He kind of got. He disappeared basically from the
Mhm.
camera, and his condition at the time, we were all concerned about because it was so cold.
Yeah.
And then since then, ever since that point, um, that's when LDG went live and put out the word, we need to find him. We don't want him out there in that freezing cold. And oh my gosh, it took hours, but it was quite exciting the way we finally were able to get to him and to finally see a cop standing behind him making sure he was okay and everything.
Yeah.
So it was just, I knew that he would be okay, I think, but there's still that concern, that worry, health
Yeah.
wise, being out there in the freezing cold for that long. It had been, what, 9, 10 hours or something like
That.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's good
and
that it's
yeah.
good that people like him have us the support of
Mm,
people like us. I mean,
hmm.
we're not just creators; we're family out there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a guy who was out in the remote place of Canada somewhere where
Hmm.
it's hours to the nearest large town.
Hmm.
But yet everybody pulled together to find a way to get him there. And so that's what really sealed the deal on how amazing the community is
Yes.
together.
Yeah, I heard about it through other communications means. I didn't actually
Hmm.
see the stream.
It was
because I
pretty
think I was
intense.
busy doing something. So yeah,
It was pretty intense.
it was.
Yes, Sandra. The gargling noises were the concern. I think the yelling, the gurgling, the vomiting, all of that. We were like, oh my gosh.
And that's a good public service announcement, Snort.
Yeah,
That is a
yeah,
good,
not good.
yeah.
And yeah, so
So, uh,
it's let's not do that. I don't think he'll do that again, because
yeah.
once he was found, everybody. I've never been a parent before, but it's like parents when you're worried about your kid and then you find him and then you get mad at him. That's what everybody said that they were going to do. They're like, oh my gosh, he's safe. Okay, now we're going to get mad
Now
at
we're
him.
gonna
Like,
kick his
what were
butt.
you thinking?
Now we'll kick his butt. Now that he's safe, we kick his butt.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing gloves. And the
Uh,
last part of the stream, he was barely able to move his hands. And
uh,
oh, it was just horrible. And we watched night turn to day. And oh my gosh, it was crazy. But
well,
yeah.
Canadian Spider-Man, we love you, and we're glad you're safe.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sandra says we had an inmate die last week from drinking too much. Fell
Oh,
asleep on his back and
yeah.
ugh,
And yeah, see, that's what I was concerned with.
yeah.
People were like, "Oh, he knows how to survive out there," but you're right. He probably absolutely did. He lives
Sober.
there. He knows how to survive, right? Sober. But when you've been drinking a lot and you vomit, then that's my concern. Was like, oh my gosh, what if he, you know,
Yeah.
chokes on his own vomit or something? So
Hmm.
yeah, there was an urgency to get to him,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and it was good that that happened. So um, definitely a family. And that's
Def-
why I don't like seeing people fighting like brother and sister. It breaks my heart.
yeah. Well, I think a lot of that is ego.
Yeah, it can be.
When you have the viewership that we do. Well,
Hmm.
not me yet. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it.
You know what though? But everybody does know you. It's not like, you know, it's not like you're just starting out like me when I came in.
Mhm.
Nobody knew me.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Who is this chick?" And I had to slowly build it. But I think you came at a good time where everybody knew you, and then you started your channel, and I think that's what's it's really going to help. And I know you're gonna do well.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, anti-derivative Jill. Welcome aboard. Glad
I
to
just
have
call
you.
her Jill. 'Cause
Well, gotta give the whole title. Now I'll call her Jill. Now I'll
I'm
give
like, it's
now.
a derivative.
Well, you still gotta say the title. I mean, come on.
You do.
I
You
do
do.
say Basil the pumping seagull, or meaty seagull, or something like that.
Yes.
So okay, so the we have gone through the canned questions, and I think it is now time. Would you agree to sick the chat on you?
Okay.
Come on, chat. If you've got questions for the lovely Maria, please feel free to put them out there now.
Yeah. Um,
So,
I like when you ask me, is kind of along the lines of who I support. I love bringing communities together because although you would think that we all know each other, we don't. We have very different communities. For example,
mhm,
and I bring them up often. Sweet friend Dino from the Late Late Horror Show. He has a huge, amount of subscribers in his channel, but when I saw him, I said, "Come on to my show." And he's like, "What's it about?
mhm,
What are you doing?" And whatever. But I introduced him to our community, and now our community knows him and loves him
mhm,
and supports him and everything. So for me, connecting communities together is also what I like to see happen as well because um, you've got gamers, they're not always all into gaming. You've got people
mhm.
who love movies. they're
Mhm.
not always wanting to talk about movies. So I think it's good to bring all these different talents of all these different people together and find others' interest. I've learned how to build toys from watching some of them, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay, Legatus Legionise says, "What do you like?" I guess this is what do you like better, first person or group shooters like Doom, Resident Evil, or like GTA?
I like a little bit of both, but I've been playing Planet Side too. Oh my gosh, for about 5, 6 years, almost when it kind of sort of started out. And I got so good at it that I started becoming a lead. And that's kind of fun because you can interact with them quite a bit, your other team members and stuff. And so I was a little nervous at first because it was kind of difficult. Like, guys were just starting to get comfortable with the girls going in and gaming.
Mhm.
And here I am in a lead position telling them what to do.
Cool.
And they're like, hmm. And so my name in the game is Mistress Kitty. So so naturally I'm telling them what to do and they're like, yes, mistress. But I'm like, okay, okay.
if you put
Whatever.
Miss if you put Mistress out there, I'm sure they're going to listen.
Right. But sometimes though, guys hated when I
Mm.
killed them, and they would do everything they could to come after me because they didn't want to get killed by a girl. I don't know why it bothered them so much, but you can try.
Yeah,
but
and
but
you're
it's
still
fun.
going to get smoked.
You're still gonna you know what? After that many years, I've learned some really good tricks, and I can take out a whole room full of maxes. And Resident Evil, I do like. The ones I like to play quite a bit, if it's just me by myself, though, is first person shooters. But mostly like the scary ones to solve, where you solve puzzles and things like
Mm.
that. So I like those. Um, yeah, gamer girl.
Yes, my favorites, and there's just so many, so few of these now, and they're just so expensive. I love the flight simulator games.
Yes.
They were they were so big in the
Mm-hmm.
90s and stuff. Like you had F-16
Mm-hmm.
Falcon, you had Mega Fortress, and I love those where you can actually see the cockpit and stuff like that.
Right.
And then they went away, and then because the only simulator you've got is Flight Simulator, unless right now I think they've got one DCS now,
Uh-huh.
DCS which does airplane or military flight simulators.
Isn't
But
well, I think um, a lot of people would say, well, they're you're right. There's that flight simulator game where they feel like they can actually get into a plane and actually fly it because
Mhm.
they in there. And some people learn that way. There's also one where you can be a truck driver and you have
Yeah,
to try to get to your route on time, and
yeah,
that was difficult. And I'm pretty good at driving the the semi in the game only. The
uh-huh.
biggest thing I've ever driven is a bus. I used to be a bus driver.
Mm. Basil says, I thought about starting a channel, not sure what I can do, though. I'm an IT and music guy. Not much, not things
That's
much.
not true.
That's not true.
That's not true at all,
I
Basil.
had the honor of having LDG on the channel last Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came on and he he was. I liked him. He was very knowledgeable and fun to be with. And it
Yeah.
again,
You learn
that's
from them.
that's
Basil, you know what? When just because I build computers doesn't mean I know everything about it. Let me tell you what I do when I need help. I go look for a YouTube channel person to help me.
YouTube
and
does everything.
and it does. And I've learned a lot because of IT guys on YouTube. And there are some incredibly popular IT guys. That and they have been so good at what they do that they have actually played a part in a lot of the changes that have taken place with some of the computer parts from these companies. They
Mhm.
will say, you know what, that is a good idea, and they'll make that change.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, sneeze. So,
it's allergies. Yeah.
yeah, no, there's cold weather in Colorado.
Hmm.
Also, music. Who doesn't listen and do music stuff?
Hey, I put some of my drum playing. Gotta fight the copyright thing sometimes, but
Right.
but I've enjoyed putting those drum scenes in drum numbers in there. But
Yeah,
yeah, so people will listen to music. Just
I love music. I've been introduced to a lot of good music, so um, we need to hear what's out there that is away from that
mhm,
the norm that people always listen to, and everybody
yeah,
knows I love listening to different styles of music. So I think you got something there,
hmm, yeah.
and
Get Just got to give it a try. Look at me. Look at
yeah,
me. I just
that name alone will get you 100 subscribers like that there,
which
pumpkin.
one? Basil or
The pumpkin sickle.
yes, that should get some change. Come
Yeah.
on, if a dolphin can do it. uh, Look at us, Legion, and King Dolphin TV is a musician with his own groupie. Yeah, yes, she is.
Oh.
But she doesn't dance when I play. Tracy asks, "Can you tell us a little bit about being a Zen priest?"
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
I
was
think that's
gonna
a ringing question.
I yeah, I think a lot of people want to know that. I was gonna say I had a Big Daddy because I've seen Big Daddy and Doomcock's um, channel. Yeah, Zen priest. Yes, I've been studying that for years,
Hmm.
for a while now, and I am ordained. And so, um, but what I do right now mostly is teach meditation.
Meditation is good.
Meditation is
Yeah.
is 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 very good. So I can perform weddings and funerals and things like that.
Okay.
But right now I mostly do teaching meditation, which is, to me, you'd think it's simple, but people don't like to sit still even for 5 minutes.
No.
My cats like to sit with me all the time because they kind of sit there and freak out, like, oh my god, this human is not talking and is not moving, is not
And he's not
doing
petting me.
anything. Yes.
He's not petting me.
Right.
You there? Did we lose
Okay,
her?
sorry. Um, yeah, so uh, it it kind of was a big deal for me because it's another way of helping people.
Hmm.
Like, my goal at some point is to have a Zen center where people can come on retreat and sit and learn meditation, but also um, to build it to where I'm able to help. I don't want to just rescue animals. I do help people, and so Zen priests, we don't ever charge for anything, and we work. We help people, and it's strictly donation based. Like, you can learn meditation from me, and I'm never gonna like charge. Like, I'm not gonna charge you. It's just strictly what you feel you want to give, and it makes it hard sometimes because I do like to help people, and I'm like, okay, well, my donations are running thin. But I like being a Zen priest. I know a lot of people are surprised that I'm a Latina female Zen priest, but yes, it is something.
Well, in case you didn't know, I am well, I'm Caribbean. I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Puerto Rico. I did not know
Puerto
that.
Rico. Yes.
Yes,
So
very nice. I didn't
yeah.
know that. A lot of people always ask. what I am. I
Well,
don't know.
I couldn't have known that you were Latina.
Yeah, I kind of mesh in with all of the nationalities, which is good because if I'm ever in another country, I'll just blend right in. I get
Yeah.
lost, except for the part where I may not be able to speak their language. But
Don't say anything.
don't say anything. I'll be like, uh, uh.
Uh,
I can't talk. I have a cold.
well, my parents, they did the Spanish to keep conversation secret. So
Oh, so you didn't actually grow up with speaking it yourself?
no, no. And then I took that atrocity known
Mm.
as high school Spanish, and
Oh,
uh,
I'm sorry.
I know, me too.
And I know it's hard.
Especially when Sandra talks circles around me.
Oh my God. But you know what? I thought I was going to be a smarty, and I took Spanish in high school just for an easy A.
Mm.
Hi, Sandra. Yeah, she speaks more Spanish than you.
I
And
understand more.
so I took it to get an easy A.
Uh-huh.
And what was funny is that the Spanish instructor was not of Spanish or um, any kind of Hispanic descent.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm sitting there listening to this teacher trying to teach everybody Spanish with this. He's all vosotros,
Those
vosotros. And I'm
were my
just like,
Spanish
oh my
teachers.
gosh.
Those were my Spanish teachers. Both my high school Spanish teachers were both American. They
Right.
were, and it's like, oh, come on,
He was
really?
German. So
Uh-huh.
I'm like, dude, seriously. And so I barely passed it. And everybody's like, they're going to snatch your Latina card from you. I said, no, you need to go to that teacher. 'Cause I don't know what the heck he was talking about with the Vasotros and stuff. With the,
Uh-huh.
and
And the thing is they they don't teach the Castilian one,
no,
which is what is spoken in Puerto Rico,
yes.
and
Yeah.
it's and I'm like, eh, eh.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I've been picking up all the Spanish from the different areas, which is good. But I did like my German class because I actually had a German teacher, Fräulein Wolski, and she was actually German, so my German got pretty good. But
Huh.
I passed that no problem. Spanish, I'm like coasting, and my mom's like, "What is going?" I'm like, "Mom, you just don't understand."
Move on, mom.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yes. What
Move
was
on.
Big Daddy saying? This has to be
Uh,
chicken tortilla soup. That sounds good. Homemade
yeah.
even.
Hey, old
Mm.
Big Daddy MRI, and also Matt G. Welcome, both of you. We are having fun. Wow, we've gone through the first hour really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
And come on, people, keep the questions going. Let's at least get
and
another half
and
hour
then
here.
I love cooking, so I'm gonna be bringing some food to my channel.
Ooh, nom, nom,
Yes.
nom, 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 nom.
Love cooking. So for people who like food, so see Basil, you can create a channel out of anything.
We were expected to use, yeah, and it's Castilian, Castill.
In the second year, she's like, whatever.
Yeah, she's ignoring me.
She probably, yeah, it's hard. And somebody mentioned the double L pronounced as Y. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's hard
yeah,
because like
Yama.
there's so many
Yeah,
weird
yeah. They
rules.
tried to teach us what they called command Spanish at the one library I worked at, just canned phrases. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah.
When I learned German when I was stationed in Germany, and I learned Italian um, when I was in Italy, and but it's easy when you come back to the states and just don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, even myself grew up with it. My first husband was German, and I very rarely spoke Spanish. Um, and then when I finally had a job that all of a sudden required somebody to speak Spanish.
Mhm.
I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be tough because your tongue has now lost its muscle for the
Mhm.
RLs, like
Yeah.
ropa and things like that. Now I'm
Mhm.
all blah, 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 because I
Yeah.
was just not speaking it for a while. So it's good to stay in practice if you ever learn it.
Yeah, definitely. So, now, where do we go into the food rabbit hole?
Well,
Let's
because
see.
I said I was going to my
Let's
channel.
see. Big Daddy, am I right? Give him some chicken soup. Got some chicken soup. Sandra
Oh,
made, and this was good. This was good. She
um,
made chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, buttered corn. Yes, it was
that
good.
sounds good.
Yes, and of course we had the orbiting dog.
You
Orbiting
know what
dog.
I learned to make, speaking of potato? Oh my God. Okay, so this friend of mine, and she was like, okay, I need to get rid of a lot of stuff, and I have things I've not used before. Would you like them? I'm like, okay. So she gives me this air fryer, um, and I'm like looking at this thing going, holy cheese and crackers, what am I going to do with this? And it's big, right? And I was like, this thing probably is, whatever. It's just all the hype of whatever. And so I like decided to try it. I thought, okay,
Hmm.
I'll just give it to somebody, but let me give it a whirl.
Yeah,
So I gave it a whirl, and it's not going
and
anywhere now. Last night I made baked potatoes in it just to try it out.
mm,
Oh my god,
yeah,
those baked
I
potatoes!
may. We have an Instapot,
Yeah, I got one
and
of those too.
on some of her on her roasts, Sandra does the roasts. Me, I use the Instapot to make scratch chili,
Mm-hmm.
and I make a mean scratch chili.
Mm.
Although Sandra and I have a debate. See, I got learning chili in Arkansas where if you do beans in your chili, that is next to that's sacrilegious.
Right.
Uh,
Well, yeah. Well, there's different kinds of it, so
yeah.
absolutely.
So, but
Yeah. Like when I
when
make green chili.
Sandra says, "Well, we'll have beans in the chili," I nod and smile. I say, "Yes, dear. We'll have
Okay.
beans in the chili."
Who doesn't? Well, it just depends. Like, yeah, chili bean one. You got to with the crackers, and you smush up the crackers, and then you put all that cheese on there with a little bit of sour cream.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
yeah,
But then
yeah.
when I make green chili, God, no, I'm not going to put any beans in my green chili. So this depends on what kind of chili you're
Yeah.
going to cook.
But yeah, I make a mean scratch chili. Uh,
Mm,
yeah, mm,
yeah,
yeah.
food.
Yes, food.
Keep
Good thing
going
I
back
ate.
between food and language.
Food,
So
language, and uh, well, we knew we were going to have fun on this one.
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, well, anytime we talk about food, absolutely. I like to cook from different cultures, so actually I can cook food from Africa, I can cook food from India, I can cook food from Mexico and from Spain and from, here in the US, Southern style, I like to cook all kinds of cultured foods. Uh, I like to cook food they have in Cuba, I like to cook food they have in, gosh, wherever. Um anywhere. Food
Okay,
is language
of
or
love.
of. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will tell. I'll tell you if it wasn't that. Um, I'll tell you that the Puerto Rican food I've had has been amazing, but I don't
Mhm,
eat pork, so there's a lot of it I can't eat anymore. So
mhm,
it's but Spanish rice and fried
mhm.
rice.
And
Yes,
yeah. And not many people like sushi, but I love me some sushi.
I like sushi.
Yeah.
I just can't have the. It's got to be the tuna based. It can't be the
Yeah.
crab
Crab
and
sushi.
snake and other
I
stuff.
don't think I've ever had snake sushi before, I have to tell
Yeah,
you.
I meant eel. I meant eel.
I know what
I
you meant.
meant eel.
I know what you meant. Oh goodness. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to keep up with your chat too. I'm always I always have to remind myself I am a guest, not the host. I'm a guest, not the
Oh no,
host.
please. If you see something I missed, but yeah. Let's see. What's this one? Languages and food would go together well. I know how to order some empanadas and a dos Equis.
Empanadas with Dos
Empanadas.
Equis. Yeah,
Sorry, I told you.
no, I'm trying to say it the way I know he's saying
Thinking.
it and typing it out because he's typing it empanadas with some Dos
Yes.
Equis.
Yeah. See.
um, and that's where some people are like, yeah, I know Spanish, and then they rat off all the Spanish food, and that's all you need to know. Where's the
Yeah.
bathroom? And
Yeah.
can I get a beer?
So true. So true. Well, back in the day when I was in Spain on TDY, my speaking wasn't the greatest as um, the but it was so funny. Uh, I was getting on me and a guy were getting into a taxi, and I was understanding him. I was practicing uh, practicing Spanish,
Mhm.
and he was understanding me. I was understanding him, and he tried to fix us up with his daughter.
Oh no.
We said, no.
Right. Everybody knows the universal language of no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I find interesting that I dream in different languages,
Hmm.
and in my dream I could speak it flawlessly, and I'm speaking every language, like whatever language, and but the thing that makes it hard is I really love to learn French and I want to learn Italian,
Yeah.
but because they're so similar, it's hard to break out of the habit of the language. Italian words are very similar to Spanish, and but
Mhm.
backwards or something like that. So
Yeah.
that's what makes it difficult to learn is that the French and words and Italian words and stuff are so similar that you forget.
What I liked about German is there were a lot of their equality to English.
Mhm.
There are enough English words in German that you could muddle
Can
your
get
way through it.
yeah, kind of. All you do is shake your head.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, yeah, I got you.
Uh-huh. Ich
But
sprechen, ich
yeah,
sprechen kein Deutsch.
ich habe 1, 2, 3, 4 Jahre.
Uh-huh.
I had 4 year German. Yeah, 4 year German. And out of that, I can speak it just enough. But my baby brother lives in Germany. He
Uh-huh.
took off there 2000, and he hasn't come back yet. I don't think he's
Ooh.
coming back. He loves it there. Loves it a lot.
Is he military or civilian?
No, he's civilian.
Okay.
He teaches English and he speaks beautiful German. But I
Hmm.
probably am pretty sure he forgot his Spanish.
Snort's got it down pat. The old point at the menu and look hungry works too.
Yeah, but then you're ordering something that they bring to you and it
Yeah.
moves and
Yes.
not a
You're eating the escargot.
right. You're like,
You ordered the escargot. So, okay, people, come on. I like this one from Snort. For a human is tastes like pork but not as smart. That's good. Good bear.
oh my goodness.
Yes.
I
I told
absolutely
you we've
well,
got an interesting chat.
I love Snortopus's outfits. He does such a wonderful job
Yes.
on all of the yeah, his,
His disguises, yes.
disguises.
Yes.
Hats off to you on that.
Yeah.
That
Problem
takes
with me, yeah. Well, it's kind of hard hiding me because being the dolphin, you got to have the water. And it would be messy in here. It would be messy in here. I'm a polar bear. I'm used to food that moves. Yeah. It's always the hunt, Snort. It's always the hunt. Anybody else? Oh, here's one from Sandra. How about schnitzel with spätzle? Oh, that is so good.
Oh,
That is so
um, I don't know that I've had. You know what? Maybe I have. Have I? I can't remember. It's been a long time.
it's an annual. We celebrate our anniversary at. We used to do it at a Bavarian restaurant up in Maryland, but then we moved. But luckily, we found another German restaurant, and it doesn't have the atmosphere, but the food is just outstanding.
That's all that matters.
Hmm. Exactly. As long as the food is good, it, it's all that
That's all
matters.
that matters. I remember when
Yes.
I can't believe I just remembered this when I saw the word schnitzel when I was married to my ex, the German. I said, you know what? If we had had kids, they would be beaner schnitzels. He was like, what? I was like, oh my goodness. That did make him laugh.
So true, Legatus. Throat so true. All man,
Mm-hmm.
and then get in the water and turn into a dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So, Rama, what the? I don't know what that is. Ram Schnitzel. I
I
never heard of that before.
Yeah, I have to break that down to us.
Yes, translate it, my bear. Translate it. So,
Yeah.
um,
Well,
so
there's a few people in your chat I don't recognize too much, and I think I've seen them in passing, but for some reason we haven't spoken. But they're all such a great crowd. But a good majority of them, I think, most of their questions are answered by my tweets because I sure tweet a lot.
I I don't tweet.
Hot
Big
feels.
Daddy, Big Daddy MRI. We're fielding anything. If you want to bring anything out, even the meaning of life.
I'm open and
Yes, please bring something out. We're you know the guidelines. No politics.
thank you. I was gonna say yeah. I've got
No politics. And if you want pop culture, that's the other channels.
that's the other ones.
Well, there's a few we'll discuss here. Like Jill and I go into Star Trek, but we're both Trekkies, and
Yeah,
we have a fun time doing that. And but yeah, go ahead, MRI.
yeah. Miss Sandra's asking, where do I get my hats from?
Yeah.
There's this cool shop, and again, I like to support people. There's this really nice, cool shop down in here and it's called Disguises, and I loved it because it's year round. It's always open, and so being a Halloween person, somebody who loves Halloween, I love going in there just to kind of get my Halloween fix. But they always sell. They're like so if you want to have a party and you want everybody to go dress like an Egyptian, then they have all so it's always a costume place, and they have oh gosh such a variety. They have steampunk and characters and as well as create your own kind of thing. So I like getting them all from there. But I also collect hats because I love hats, love hats. That's why I'm always wearing them. So, but that's where I get the majority of them is from there to support their store because when the pandemic started, they kind of took a little bit of a hit. So they were worried that they were gonna have to close up shop. So I'm like, let's not make this happen because that is the coolest store. So
Yeah.
rounded up people and kept telling them go support them, and now they're still open after all this time.
Hmm. Oh, so that's Ram Schnitzel.
Veal.
Veal scallops with butter and ooh, that does sound good.
Ooh,
That does sound good.
yeah.
Yeah. And Snort again says it, the hat looks like it would go well with steampunk.
It could probably work for a lot of different things. I do
Yeah.
have a steampunk hat. I think
The
that,
avatar's kind of
yeah,
the avatar's kind of blocking it off, but that is a
I
nice
know.
hat.
Thank you. The
There
one
it
I
goes.
have in
There
my
we go.
picture, the tea and Telly, I think the picture, that one is steampunk.
Okay.
So I love steampunk. Steampunk is one of my favorite things.
Hmm.
A lot of what's his name? Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett does his stuff is so steampunky. Love Terry Pratchett.
Hmm. Well, we do a lot of Ren fairs, so
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Sandra made my shirt, my rogue shirt, and of course I got it killed. Um, and
Nice.
then and Sandra's got wench garb, so we love going to Ren Fair. Of course, it's been a while, and of course, with the pandemic, it's
Yeah.
hard to hard to do it anyway. Um, let's see. Legata says, as a gamer, are you looking forward to the Halo series?
Oh gosh, you know what? I probably should be. It's just that I have a hard time once I hooked on a game to move on to the next one. I'm like, I'll get there. I'll get there. So I kind of stay kind of, oh man, I mean, come on, I've been playing Flameslife for 6, 7 years. But yeah, I'm excited to see what it's gonna bring. Um I don't know. It'll probably take me a while to master it again because I'm busy with the others first. But I don't know when that's supposed to come out, actually, to be honest.
Hmm. Is Halo the war game? Is Halo the shoot 'em up game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hail Casey Osowski. Glad you can make it. He's
Mhm.
saying Hail Mary, Maria, and greeting to the King.
Hey, Casey.
Hey, Casey. And Snorter Poopa says most of his rubber suits are what he wears with the local steampunk group.
Oh, I wish we had a local steampunk group. I would love that.
Yeah.
I'd go dress like that. I would dress steampunk all the time if I could. I love steampunk. Just like just like a Dega. That's why when he came on my show, I went steampunk.
Yeah,
I was like, woohoo,
I have to.
steampunk night.
Steampunk Night, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Any others out there? Let's see. And of course, Sandra's putting these out for you.
I talk so much, everybody's like, she told me everything I wanted to know.
Well, let's see. As most gamers made into film TV, they have been Bad Mario and Battleship, which live action version of the game Halo had a trailer released recently.
Did they? I don't think I've seen the trailer yet.
Hmm.
I don't get excited about those as much as I do with, like I do with a movie. Like
Mhm.
a new movie that's coming out that I'm excited to see because, again, I still play Planets versus Zombies, the first one, and I'm still kind of stuck on that one. And I love playing that. So it takes forever for me to move to the next game. So I try not to watch stuff and get excited about it because I don't want to jump from here to there. So I feel bad when everybody's excited. Why this game? You're not really a gamer if you don't know what's going on. You know what? Being a gamer doesn't mean that you know absolutely everything of all the new games coming out. It just means you're really passionate about playing games.
Yes.
I also like board games too, so I do. I love doing board games as well.
Yeah, I like board games too.
Hmm.
And Snort and I have this in common. I used to do the old Avalon Hill strategy war
Mhm.
games on. You grab a table, you take a you put the board up there, you grab a table, and you take over for the next couple weeks.
Right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sadly, those are gone anymore. Unless you have little statues, they're not games. Got to have those little
I
statues.
know. Right. Right. Right.
Um, Here's a good one. Have you ever his only gaming experiences with tabletop role playing games? Have you played any of those?
Mm. Oh my goodness. I have oh my goodness. Which ones feel like I'm trying to think of all of them. Carcassonne, and I have the ones that you like Pandemic. Yes, there's a game called Pandemic. And then um, Scythe, and my goodness, so I kind of have a variety of them, like role playing ones, but then ones where you have a challenge to beat your opponent, or those that you have to work together
Mhm.
to win. I do like Clue. I do like
Oh, I love Clue.
Monopoly.
Monopoly, I'm not overly thrilled up with. Um, we actually had for my 60th birthday, we actually got a local version of Monopoly, where they take a town and they build it into a Monopoly board.
Hmm.
We took it over to my stepson's place and we were playing it. I actually was doing pretty good, which was strange for a Monopoly game. And it was adorable seeing my granddaughter try all of 4 years old trying to play Monopoly.
Oh,
All
funny.
she was just passing money to all of us.
She's like, here you go.
Here, here's money. Here's money.
There's some money. Take
Yeah,
my money.
yeah,
Ticket
yeah.
to Ride.
Now,
Absolutely
of
love it.
course, once she gets old enough to start playing, she's going to be a devil.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be a devil.
She's gonna. Yeah. They usually show that early on.
Yeah.
Yes. Ticket to Ride. I love Ticket to Ride.
Uh-huh.
I'm good at that one. So yes, I like that one. And
I've played diplomacy. I hate Risk. I've never been a good Risk player. Um,
yeah,
Kingmaker
me neither. I don't
and
think some I like playing, but I'm not good at. But some I just like um, to play anyway. But
yeah,
Sailors of Catan, yes, I do like that one too.
yeah. Uh, when I was in my first year in the Air Force, guys in our barracks would just put, they'd have Risk clubs, and they'd be playing them in the dorm rooms. And then later it became Dungeons and Dragons, which
Yes,
eh,
everybody's begun that. I don't
yeah,
think I ever actually play. I know I have never actually played Dungeons and Dragons.
I actually played. It's hard to find somebody, but had I actually did the superhero version of those games.
Oh wow.
But trying to find somebody to play them has just been
Yeah,
it
it's
was
kind
hard.
of hard. I mean,
Listen.
I when I grew up though, I was still trying to master operations.
Yeah.
I could never get the funny bone out. God dang it. I still buzz on that one.
Yeah. Let's see. Game snobs frequently they prefer German war games. Few which I actually like. There was one that came out. Uh, was called Anti Monopoly, and it was out. You were out to bust trusts. That was one. God, I was a teenager at that time when it came out. And who could? Hey, Jack Lemmon and Legatus Legionnaire. I know that game, Milborn. I know that game, Milborn, and loved it. I think I.
I don't think I know one.
Yeah, it was like a driving game. Um, I haven't had that in ages. Uh,
Yeah.
when you move a lot, you lose a lot.
Yeah. Microphone goes out on me.
Snort, snort, snort. I told myself that that was the point of the game, to kill the patient and send the survivors a big bill. Yeah, that's I could see that, snort. I could see that. Um, so we've gone through a wide gamut of
Yeah.
discussions here. And oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I just saw you private. If you want to stand up.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Sure. So we've just gone. Okay, while she's taking a quick stretch. Oh yeah, I used to play that game a lot. But as I said, you um, you just, when you've moved all over the world, you lose a lot of games. Right now, we've got the game of life, and then I've got, for strategy games, I've got a, a D-Day player, um, Avalon Hill D-Day, and an Avalon Hill B-17. And I used to have so many games, so many board games, but they just disappear. And when you're, it's hard to find people to play, especially in these times. Dixit. Well, thank you, Casey. I'm sure she appreciated it. What is Dixit, gentlemen? I've never heard that one before. So, let's see.
All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Get a little bit of pain.
Well, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Got to have tushies of steel to be a proper YouTuber.
I know, right? Yeah, I have a little bit of tough. I have fibromyalgia, so I get
have.
really stiff, and then my torn meniscus on my knee. I'm just like
Ouch.
walking ball of pain right now.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up soon
Okay.
because we, what the yeah, we're gonna wrap this up soon because we both have things to do, and we've gone the whole gamut. This had been fun. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
this group is great.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
They take us down some. They take us down some rabbit holes.
That's okay. That's
And
the
if it's
fun.
Pudgy, he throws rabbits at us.
Thank you to Casey.
Yes, yes. Thank you,
And
Casey.
and I'm sure that you will be stopping by my place.
Yeah, I'd like to come
chatting.
in and I'd like to come in and talk about my books.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you know, I do the author one, so we can definitely do that. And
Yeah, just let me know. Just let me know.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, we had to celebrate our my getting 100 subscribers. We did a raffle, and
Nice.
they got free copies of the books, the Dolphin Wars.
Good, good, good.
And they're on their way, guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys who are
Yes,
subbing, and hopefully I'll see you on my end, on my side
yes.
too, because I do like to have fun.
Yes, Snort says some of these board games went too long. I played one, Axis and Allies, 8 hours later, and we're only up to spring 1941.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't even make it to Barbarossa. Come on, Snort. So,
Um,
guys, this has been great.
yeah,
Thank you
thank
for the
you.
questions.
Thank you.
Thank you for the great engagement. We love
Yes,
you. This this channel wouldn't be anything without the chat.
yes,
And
absolutely. Thank you. I'm so
and
sorry to bow out sooner. It's just, wow, am
oh no no
I
no no.
hurting?
When you're hurting, it just
Yeah,
it's time to take a break.
yeah, yeah.
And so I'm going to go over some show notes and we will wrap this up.
Thank you,
Um,
everybody.
on the 5th, there may be a chill stream / just cuz I haven't figured it out yet. If any of you people want to join a just cuz, give me a tweet or send me an email. Sandra's put out the thing out there. Um, it'll be this Saturday. So just let me know if you want to come in and just do a just cuz. And we can have a lot of mayhem just with that, or even a chill stream. Yeah. On the 9th, a week from today, we're going to have 32 flavors of Nick Weiser. Probably more food talk, probably um, more pop culture coming up. But Nick Weiser is a fun guy, and I'm looking forward to having him on.
Nice.
On the 16th, this is going to be a special one. We're going to have women pilots join us, and we're going to have a roundtable.
Nice.
Yes, we're going to have the local president of the 99s. We're going to have the owner of a flight school. We're going to have a flight
Oh
instructor.
my
It's going to
gosh.
be
It's going to be great.
That's going to be, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
And tentatively the 23rd, we'll have Agent Pepsi 1 talking about some woo woo. And on the 2nd, we begin the Dominion War with Jill.
Very
So,
nice.
yes, so it's still a busy month, always busy, always fun. And we'll we always want to make some waves. So let us say goodnight to the real stars of this show, the chat. Good night, Legatus Legionai. And I know Fett came in for a drive-by. I'm sure he'll hear this later on. The ever amazing, brilliant Snorta Poopus Q Bar. The lovely Sherry came on and was here.
Did.
And I
Yes.
really don't want to talk about this guy. Pudgy, take this guy out, please. Punxsutawney Phil. Please,
Punxsutawney
Pudgy,
Phil.
take care of him. Put on your determined face. Tracy. Tracy was here, and God, I already ran past and forgot her name, forgot her last name. But Tracy, thank you for coming on. Asteria. Thank you for coming on board, helping me in the prep a few days ago. And Tracy Asteria, thank you for your help last night, and thank you for being here. Pudgy Hedgehog, great to have you here. Take out that groundhog for me. You'll get 2 extra cookies. And Basil, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming on board. Tyrant Beard and Rennie, thank you. And once again, congratulations. I know you're getting tired of hearing that. Anti-Derivative Jill, thanks a lot for coming and for all your help. And look forward to our discussions. Matt G, thank you for coming. Big Daddy MRI, always a pleasure to have you here. Casey Osowski, thank you very much. And as always, it's a pleasure having you here, sir. And Jack Lumen, Thank you very much. You all are great. You all are wonderful, and it's always a pleasure to have you here. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank um, Sandra, my wrench, my producer, my best friend, my spouse, the
Thank you, Miss Sandra.
my love you, babe. And if you can hear him in the background, Snoopy even is saying goodbye. So, thank you all again. It's been a pleasure. This has been a great time. And
Please.
join us again for more of King Dolphin TV, and we will make some waves. Good night, everybody.
Night.